It can sometimes get a little bit tricky to try to explain folder structure through the text on my blog, so I thought I would make a quick little video to walk you through how I organize photos on my computer. So everything for personal work lives in this master folder called personal photos. This is just because I also keep client work on this computer, so it helps me keep everything separated. And then within that master folder, I keep one giant folder for every single year of images. You'll see these green icons. Those are indicators from Dropbox. So what the green check means is just that that folder has already been synced and uploaded to the cloud. So I love that because it helps me keep track of what's been backed up at any given time. So let's take a look at the 2020 folder from this year. Within each year's folder, I keep a fresh Lightroom catalog, which just helps speed things up in Lightroom and helps me keep everything organized. I also keep two main subfolders, one for iPhone photos and another for DSLR photos. And then this year I'm trying a new folder just for video clips because I'm working on creating a sweet little video compilation for baby's first year, which I thought would be kind of fun. But these are the two main folders that I use all the time. Within the iPhone folder, I just keep monthly folders for every month of the year. I don't keep these organized by event or anything just because they mainly just go in our yearbooks. I don't really print iPhone photos for anything else usually. So whenever I download photos from my phone, it's usually just in huge dumps. Like I'll just take thousands of photos from my phone camera roll, download them through Image Capture, the app on Mac computers, and then I'll sort those into each monthly folder. And then when it's time to make the yearbook at the end of the year, I go through each of these monthly folders, take out the ones that I don't want to print, and then that's how I organize the yearbook. So for the DSLR photos, I keep these a little bit more organized just because these are the ones that I make prints of, whether that's for family members or for frames in our house. So I like to organize these with both the date and with a brief description of the contents, just so that I can easily search for them in Spotlight, and it just makes it easier to find particular photos later on. So you'll see in the DSLR folder, I've got these purple dots on pretty much everything. That is actually a color coding system that I'm using this year. So the purple indicates that I've already edited those folders and they're already finished. And then anything that doesn't have purple is a folder that I still need to work on. So for instance, I need to work on this folder this week. This year, since I've been home with COVID, I've been able to keep up with everything pretty much as I go, but I figure once the baby's actually here and life gets a little bit crazier, that it'll be helpful to have a system to quickly identify what I still need to work on. So within each folder, I keep a subfolder for both the raw images and the JPEG images. Some people don't like to store raw files because they take up a lot of space, which is true. I didn't used to keep them either, and then I realized, after being in this business for a long time, some of my older photos are great images, but the editing has gotten really outdated. So I like to keep the raw files on hand just so that I can go back to any favorite images that I really love and edit them in a more modern style in the future. So I've got the raw folder, and then the JPEG folder is the finished images that I'm going to keep and hopefully print. So I've got everything that I edited from Lightroom, and then I usually take my favorites and put them into a folder called Best, and that just helps me quickly identify which ones I want to use for the yearbook later and which ones I want to print. So yeah, that was a little walkthrough of how I organize my personal images. I hope this helps you as you organize your own. I know I always love to see what other people do with their computers. So I wish you all the best and happy printing.